Okay, hey everybody, this is Dr. Erica L. Coleman. Okay, I wanted to make sure that this wasn't delayed. It seemed to be a bit delayed, but it looks fine now. Okay, so we're just gonna keep going. Um, Not getting my girl into this shot this time, but one of the things that has been interesting in doing these. Oh, let me stop shaking because I got my laptop on my lap. So, but um this particular shot here doesn't look like I'm so far away or like I'm like a mini me, and then I got all of this background. So let's just go ahead and get started because I want to talk about the Dalai Lama. Okay. And as you can see from my title, um, let me straighten out my glasses here. Let me straighten out my Hopkins hat. Yeah. So, let me just say this. Um, I've never really, I don't want to say I've never liked the Dalai Lama. I will say that I've just never warmed up to him. Okay, and I know he has a lot of followers, both Buddhist and non-Buddhist. Um, and I think I have one of his little mini books that I just never got through. I just never found him authentic. He just never seemed genuine to me. I've seen various, interviews that he's done. Um, the one that he did with John Oliver, I'm not sure if John Oliver was at the Daily Show, or if he had done or if he was at last week tonight. Um, but anyway, um, like I said, I've just never been able to warm up to him, and I just don't know why. I mean, everybody is not for everybody. So the Dalai Lama is not for me. But this recent controversy with him, and it's not the first time that he's made controversial statements, but that whatever the heck that uh, um that happened that's just surfacing. I think this happened in February actually, but the video is now just surfacing. Where a little boy asked if he could hug him, and he says sure. So he hugs him, then tells him kiss him on the cheek, then has the child kiss him on the mouth, and then tells him to stick out his tongue, and they stick out their tongue, and then he tells the child to suck his tongue. What? No. What the hell? And I'm sorry, these people who are criticizing those of us who are criticizing um this unconscionable action on the part of this holy man. You know what? I'm not trying to hear y'all. We are not imposing a Western set of cultural values on the Dalai Lama. Okay. So it's interesting because those who are defending are saying, well, in their culture, sticking out your tongue, that's not disrespectful, or that's not something, that's kind of a playful thing or whatever. Works for me, works for me. But sticking out your tongue at somebody, like, I mean, we do that here in the West. But to ask a child to suck your tongue after you have instructed them to kiss you on your cheek, kiss you on your mouth, no, no. There's something else going on here. Um, and that I think is unsavory, that I think is inappropriate. And no, I'm not imposing I would not want my child to do that. And I just think that even, and I mean, it's interesting because he comes off as a very lighthearted, somebody, who likes to joke around and fool around. And of course, that's fine. I mean, he wants to be relatable. Nothing wrong with that at all. But no, you crossed the line, honey. When even I mean, the kiss on the cheek, okay, I can go with that. But that should have been the end of it. But all the child asked for was a hug. The child just said, "Can I hug you?" And we have seen the abuses, not just in the Catholic Church. I mean, religion the world over, and these so-called holy leaders. And I don't care what religion you are. We have had this problem with religious leaders taking advantage of their admirers. I was sexually abused by an uncle who was a reverend. Yes, who was supposed to be a man of God, who raped me twice in my own paternal grandmother's house. I know countless stories. As a matter of fact, and I haven't read the book yet. I listened to a sample of it when the sister who wrote the book, Lipstick Theology, and she talked about how the deacons and the pastors of the churches would take advantage of these young girls who were well developed beyond their years. So no, that was totally inappropriate. Here's the other thing that I find very interesting about the Dalai Lama, and that is his 2019 comments about African migrants to Europe. This whole idea of Europe for Europeans. Now, these knuckleheads, excuse me, these folk have gone all over the world. At one point, Europeans colonized, literally owned, in quotation marks, owned 85% of the world. And you have the gall to say, okay, you all have let in migrants, but then migrants need to go back and build their own countries. Really? Mr. Dalai Lama, sir, who is a refugee yourself and has been a refugee for decades? No, see, this is playing politics. And it's just wrong. So, I'm not feeling you. I'm just not. And I never did, you know. And, really, this goes to show that, you have to be very careful, even with people who claim to have, a spirituality, who have a large following. Like good Lord, the Dalai Lama has a following the world over, for heaven's sakes. People admire him. People look up to him. This child. And to betray that trust, and I'm so sick of the non-apologies. And I did see the statement. I'm not sure if he issued the second statement, but I know that statement from from his office, that first one about we apologize to the people that we may have hurt. Y'all miss me with that bullshit. That Apology, non-apology. No, you did hurt people. And you need to say that. We apologize to the people that we have hurt. That's an apology. That other crap, no. That's a bunch of bull crap. Now, I know someone who recently had who was sexually abused when they were a child by their stepfather, and he recently reached out to her on Facebook in a Facebook message talking of some bull crap. I guess he's doing this 12-step thing, talking about, if I no, ain't no if I hurt you. No, you hurt her, and you hurt her for life, you stinking bastard. And I understand, forgiveness and the whole 9 yards. No, not if you're gonna play these stupid games. If I hurt you, the people we may have. No, no, you hurt people. And you need to say that. That's an apology. When you admit what you did with no excuses. There's no excuse for what the Dalai Lama did. There is no excuse for what this person did to this other person that I'm talking about. And I'm talking generally because I want to protect this person's privacy. But y'all need to stop this bull crap for real. So no, I'm not, feeling the Dalai Lama. I never have. And, just, sometimes your intuition just tells you that people are not who they claim to be. Now, look, listen, none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. I'm just saying that I've never found him genuine. I've never found him authentic. To me, there was just always something that was like, mm, I don't know about this guy. I don't know about him. So anyway, you just have to be discerning, people. And the Dalai Lama is a man, just like everybody else with faults, just like everybody else, but what he did to that child, and then his comments about Europeans, Europe for Europeans, and then the next Dalai Lama, if it's a female, has to be better looking. Come on, dude. But a lot of this stuff that he's doing, is to appease the West because he needs their support. But anyway, I'm done fussing. One of these times I'm going to come on here and I'm not going to fuss. Today is not one of those days. I am very, very sorry to disappoint you. Or maybe I didn't disappoint you. But anyway, and of course I'm over my 10 minutes. One of these days I'm gonna get to 10 minutes. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I'm gonna come back on because I want to talk about this craziness in Tennessee with the expulsion of these two African American male Democrat um councilmen, legislators, um, who are standing up for the lives of our young people. There's no excuse for all of this gunfire. It's just not. It's just not. But anyway, let me go ahead. Anyway, I'm done talking about the Dalai Lama and his craziness. And now we're going to talk about Nashville. I'll be back.